So what can we expect from Gears of War in 2022, one of the three main pillars of the Xbox brand? Well, it seems like the gears are really turning on the rumours of the Gears of War Remastered collection, also known to fans as the Marcus Fenix collection. There's so much for us to discuss. As always, I'm your host Abz. Make sure to chainsaw your way through that like button and let's get into this. So as we've discussed in my Gear 6 videos, it appears that Gears of War 6 will not be released anytime soon, that they will be taking their time with it, and the Coalition and Xbox have learnt valuable lessons from Gears 4 and 5, and the fact that with more Xbox studios and the acquisition of Bethesda, Gear 6 can spend more time in the oven, which is a big thumbs up from me. Now then, we haven't heard anything regarding what's next for Gears of War for a while now, and it appears that Microsoft are reportedly working on a comeback strategy for the Gears of War franchise. Therefore, the Gears Marcus Fenix collection is looking more and more likely. In January 2022, earlier this year, I made a video on the channel covering the rumours that there is another Microsoft franchise that would be getting the Master Chief Collection style treatment, which of course is a collection of remastered and updated games, compiled into a timeless collection for fans to enjoy. Now immediately when these rumours surfaced, Xbox fans alike guessed that this franchise would either be Gears of War or Fable, the two most logical guesses, and two franchises that are big enough to warrant such an investment for a collection from Microsoft. So 4 months later from this initial rumour, the other day actually, just 3 weeks before Xbox's and Bethesda's Summer Game Fest 2022, on the XboxEra Podcast once again, journalist Nick Baker and co claimed that a Master Chief Collection style game was in the works for the Gears of War franchise. And I quote, "A while back, I said there is another Microsoft franchise that's getting the Master Chief Collection type treatment. I am of the belief that that is coming this year," Nick said on the podcast. He then said everyone has guessed it, because of course, literally everyone said Gears pretty much. Some people said Fable, but most people said Gears. And he also said, if you go from November 2021 to November 2022 and you look at Microsoft's big game output, it could wind up being Halo, Gears, Forza, confirming that the rumoured collection would be from the Gears of War franchise. He basically said it without saying it, if that makes sense, because he knows that everyone's guessed it already. So to elaborate, on this Xbox console generation, on the Xbox Series consoles, Xbox's output has been from Halo, Gears and Forza, the three main pillars of the Xbox brand. We had Gears Tactics releasing on consoles in November 2020, Halo Infinite released in December 2021, and Forza Horizon 5 released in November 2021. So at the Summer Games Fest, according to the gentleman in the podcast, including Colt Eastwood, who is a really big Xbox YouTuber, Xbox will have output from Halo, Gears and Forza once again, as Bethesda don't have anything lined up and Starfield will spend more time in the oven. So for Halo, there has been rumours about the Halo Battle Royale and of course content for Halo Infinite and so on. The next Forza Motorsport will also be announced. And then for Gears of War, the Gears of War collection. Not only that, but the YouTube chapter timestamp in the XboxEra Podcast literally says Gears of War collection as well, so they're not even trying to hide it anymore. They just know that everyone has guessed it. But they only talk about it for a minute, from 43 minutes and 30 seconds onwards, and I'll leave it linked in the description if you want to have a quick listen. So I don't want to get my or your hopes up too much, but it just makes sense from so many angles. But I am at least 80% sure that the Gears collection is just a matter of when and not if. And if it does happen, we could actually expect it later this year, if what Nick Baker says is actually true. I hope if it does happen, then Gears 2 and 3's campaigns and multiplayers are remastered at 4K and 120 FPS, remastering all the maps and modes, and also including a small live service model, similar to what Halo MCC did with Seasons, as well as including cut content and mod support similar to MCC. It also makes logical sense, as it could be the case that Microsoft also want to do this collection in order to bring the whole franchise to PC and Steam, which is a huge growing market that Gears of War has never really taken advantage of. To have the whole collection of games on PC available as well, ready for Gears 6 as well later down the line. I also think that the Xbox 360 servers for Gears multiplayer would end up being shut down eventually, so this would be the best way to preserve the Gears games and create a timeless collection for fans to enjoy while the Coalition and Microsoft figure out what's next. It would also revitalize the Gears brand after years of being a sleeping giant and being in a slump, and I do believe that the Gears movie will also be part of this comeback strategy eventually, but that's just my little theory based off everything I've discussed over the past few months. As I've said for so long, the original trilogy of Gears of War games are so special, and they deserve to be re-geared for a new generation of gamers to enjoy. They deserve this treatment. Gears 2 and 3 graphically haven't aged too bad, because Epic Games have always been wizards of Unreal Engine, but Gears 2 and 3 have so many bugs, server issues and broken aspects that everything just needs bringing up to date to today's standards of tech. Also, bear in mind that Gears of War Ultimate Edition is already a thing, so we're already 1/3 of the way there. As always, let me know of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's discuss. What do you think of the possibilities of the Marcus Fenix collection happening? Share your thoughts and subscribe if you're new to the channel if you enjoyed the video. I am working on another lengthy timeless Gears of War video which I will share very soon, and I really hope you will enjoy that. I'm your host Abz, and I'll catch you next time.